What do you think?
Wow, great question again. Um,
Yep.
Complex, definitely, and that's I could tell even in the way you're asking. Yeah, this is a complex kind of thing. I
Mm,
think it's nuanced. Generally, Hollywood on a very base level, when they do a story with a fictional one, I'll talk about nonfiction story adapting it. They're going to take creative license, and that's almost understood because how do you take someone's life story and turn it into 2 hours without the story arc getting all screwed up? I get it. I've worked enough in the entertainment business, but yes, does it highlight certain moments to over romanticize, or even I'll add this, even over add the violence when in certain cases it wasn't. And I'll get back to that in a second why I say that. And as for fictional, yes, something like The Godfather made it very romantic in this sense. And people understand, the romanticize doesn't mean like it's a rom-com, but it draws us in almost like, the as you had mentioned earlier about film noir that you liked, and like it's like that. It's entertaining. Let's be honest. When my dad took me and my sister to see Scarface in 1983, to the horror of my mother, um, what the whole flash bang of it was, yeah, that drew you in. You needed that for what it needed. But is there an issue when you're talking about biopics? As a historian, yeah, I'd kind of rather they stick to, even if a murder was boring or if something wasn't really there, then don't put it in. But I also understand you have to keep the audience. But to your base question, yeah, we've over romanticized it. I'll say this though, there was something romantic about it in theory and probably in practice. Or why would some of these guys do it when they weren't in Sicily anymore and they didn't have to survive? Arguably, yeah, you're in Lower East Manhattan, shoved in a little conclave, Jewish and Italian guys. Yeah, you're going to do what you can to survive. I agree. But once you get to a level, I'm like, there's an element. Who doesn't want to walk around in the fancy suit and drive the Cadillac? I mean, as a kid, even early '90s, we were lost and like, what do we do? I'd like to have that. Yeah, but that's how I look at it. I think again, many sides to that story, and I don't know.
I
You have to. There's a give and take. Yeah.